You live in a system that's been built on mindless pleasure and manufactured consent. It starts from a young age. Sugar, cartoons, amusement parks, the conditioning begins before you even understand what willpower means. Every reward is instant. Every discomfort is removed. You're trained to chase the next high before you ever learn how to sit with a low. They teach you that happiness is something you can buy, not something you build. That fun is the goal, not fulfillment. That life is about feeling good, not becoming good. And the more pleasure you consume, the weaker you become, not because pleasure is evil, but because it's empty. It gives nothing real back. You grow up thinking you're making choices, but every choice was placed there long before you could understand it. Every app, every ad, every piece of entertainment, all designed to keep your brain too busy to ever ask why. That's manufactured consent. Your consent has been manufactured to turn you into an unsuspecting hedonist. You don't need chains when you can make people love their own cage. And while you laugh, scroll, eat, and numb yourself, discipline becomes the enemy. Because discipline reminds you of everything the system took. Your strength, your focus, your patience, your hunger to earn something. The hedonist survives on shortcuts. The disciplined man builds himself from scratch. One lives on pleasure. The other lives on purpose. This isn't about quitting everything fun, it's about waking up. Waking up to the truth that a world built on comfort will destroy the men who seek greatness inside it. Discipline isn't about overthinking everything you do. It's about building a structure that allows you to truly enjoy life and find peace within yourself. If you overanalyze every bad habit and force yourself into challenges you're not yet ready to face, you'll only end up destroying your own momentum. You'll see discipline as the enemy, as something that restricts you, and that misunderstanding will push you right back into the arms of pleasure to compensate for the emptiness. Real discipline isn't self-torture, it's self-respect. It's the quiet agreement between you and your future self that you'll stop feeding the impulses that are stealing your strength. Discipline doesn't remove freedom, it creates it. When you have order, your mind is calm. When your mind is calm, you can finally feel joy again. Not the cheap, fleeting kind, but the kind that comes from knowing you're in control. You have to be the one who controls the pain. You feel the one who chooses your own battles. Let your mind, body, and nervous system keep up. Acting from anger and guilt can light a fire, but if you don't direct it, it'll burn you instead of forge you. So talk shit to yourself. Tell yourself, you're a bitch. But don't let it turn into self-hatred. Make it a mirror, not a wound. The point isn't to tear yourself down. It's to wake yourself up. Destroy your ego. Use that energy to channel it into discipline and build the man you want to become. The world taught you that pleasure equals happiness. But happiness without structure is chaos. Discipline gives that chaos direction. It channels energy into creation instead of addiction. You don't need to hate yourself to grow. You just need to understand that the battle isn't against pleasure, it's against dependence. When you build a life that doesn't rely on the next hit, the next scroll, the next escape, that's when you begin to enjoy life again. You should build a life that gives you purpose, not a life that's whole purpose, is pleasure. Because pleasure without purpose isn't happiness. It's anesthesia. It numbs you. It blinds you. It convinces you that contentment is enough, even while your potential screams beneath the surface. Purpose hurts at first, not because it's wrong, but because you've spent years avoiding the weight you were meant to carry. A man who has no mission will always drown in distractions. And a man who has discipline without direction, he becomes a machine empty, rigid, lost in routine with no soul behind it. Discipline is the sword. Purpose is the hand that wields it. Without purpose, discipline becomes punishment. With purpose, discipline becomes freedom. You don't need a perfect blueprint today. You don't need to have your whole life solved. You just need to ask yourself one question, honestly and brutally. Am I building myself or am I avoiding myself? Because most people aren't living, they're escaping. Escaping boredom, escaping failure, escaping silence, escaping responsibility, escaping stress. They run from the quiet because in the quiet they meet the truth. And truth demands change. But if you're still here watching this, it means you're done running. It means you're ready to confront the parts of you that prefer comfort over growth. It means the old version of you is falling apart. And that's not weakness, that's rebirth. So don't chase endless pleasure. Build something inside yourself that pleasure could never replace. Your peace should come from strength, not sedation. Your joy should come from growth, not escape. Your life should be built, not consumed. This is the path to sovereignty of the mind. This is where boys become men, and men become leaders of their own lives. When you chase pleasure, you start to feel apathy because constant stimulation kills sensitivity. And once numb, nothing excites you anymore. You lose hunger. You lose curiosity. You stop caring not because life has no meaning, but because you flooded your system until meaning can't be felt. Apathy isn't a flaw in you, it's a consequence of excess. And here's the part most people miss. Apathy isn't your enemy. Comfort isn't your enemy. Dependence. You were never designed to be entertained every second. You were built to create, to struggle, to grow, to overcome, and then enjoy the reward. Pleasure without effort robs you of pride. The world gave you dopamine. It took your self-respect. So the cure isn't punishment, it's rebalancing. You don't need to cut every pleasure out of your life, you need to earn it again. Make reward follow effort. Make comfort follow discipline. Make joy follow work. That's how you reset your sensitivity. That's how you wake your mind back up. Not by hating yourself, but by challenging yourself in a way that strengthens you instead of breaking you. Life becomes worth living when your actions mean something again. Pleasure is sweetest when it's not the point achievement is. The man who earns his peace enjoys it. The man who chases peace resents himself for not having it. So slow down. Choose deliberate struggle. Retrain your brain to value reality over escape. Pleasure returns when purpose does. And here's where it becomes real. Because discipline isn't some dramatic spiritual awakening. It's the tiny decisions you make every day. The boring ones. The ones nobody claps for. Look at how you actually live. Not your goals, not your intentions, your habits. You wake up. Do you grab your phone before you even breathe? Most people do. And they don't even realize that's the first moment they give their power away. Try it differently. Breathe first. Sit up. Feel your body wake up before you plug your brain into stimulation. Small shift, huge control. Scrolling before you move, it feels harmless. But your body learns it doesn't have to do anything. The world will entertain you anyway. Instead, drink water. Stand up. Move. Even for a minute. Remind your nervous system, I'm alive, not plugged in. Eating out of boredom, we all do it, but boredom isn't a problem. It's a signal. It's your body telling you you've got energy you're not using, not hunger. Coffee isn't evil. But if you need it just to feel baseline human, that's not energy, that's survival mode. Same with porn, not a moral issue, a nervous system one. If you need artificial stimulation to feel anything, your reward system is cooked. Let it reset. Earn your pleasure back. Noise all day, headphones in, videos playing. Constant distraction, silence feels scary because silence forces you to face yourself. But silence is where your mind recalibrates. Try 10 minutes. No phone, no music, no stimulation. Just let your thoughts exist without drowning them. This is what discipline really looks like. Not punishments and cold showers and screaming motivation quotes. Just simple, controlled behavior. Repeat it until it becomes who you are. Phone after breath. Movement before mood. Finish one hard thing every day, no negotiation. Give your brain quiet time. Let dopamine be a reward, not a life support machine. Do that for a week, and you'll feel it. Do it for a month, and you'll never want to go back. This isn't about being strict for the sake of it. It's about feeling like a person again, present, alive, stable. Pleasure hits different when you've earned it. Peace hits different when you built it. And life finally starts to mean something when you're the one steering it. That's discipline, not punishment control, not suffering clarity, not restriction freedom. You don't reset your life with one dramatic moment. You reset it one small choice at a time. And if you're here, still listening, still thinking, then you already know you're not someone who wants comfort. You're someone who wants control. This is the shift. This is where it starts.